My humble obeisances to all the devotees who assembled here to discuss Krishna Lila, Krishna's childhood pastimes. Of all the pastimes that Krishna has performed in his 125 years of stay in this material world, the first one decade is most enchanting. Right from his birth till he came back to Mathura city, all the Leelas Krishna did in Vrindavan Dham are the most enchanting. In fact, Sukadeva Goswami describes all these Leelas of Krishna in 90 chapters of the 10th canto Bhagavatam. Out of that, half of the chapters he dedicates only for Vraja Leela, Vrindavan pastimes, almost up to 40. And even in the next 4 or 5 chapters also he describes some memories of Vrindavan. Although Krishna entered Mathura, Sukadeva Goswami stayed in Vrindavan only. He stays, he kind of recollects all those pastimes. And on top of it, Krishna, when he shifted to Mathura, is feeling separation from Vrindavan. He sends Uddhava to Vrindavan to give his message to the Vrajavasis. There again, Vrindavan memories come up. So Uddhava goes to Vrindavan, he reads the letter of Krishna in front of the gopis especially, then Brahmar Gita in the 47th chapter, Radharani's remembrance. And also in chapter 81, 82, 83, in that episode where Krishna meets all the Vrajavasis at Kurukshetra, again, there's a lot of memory of Vrindavan. So Krishna's Vrindavan pastimes are most enchanting. However, some of these pastimes Krishna did in Vrindavan are little esoteric. People who are not yet purified cannot directly jump into those descriptions. But Krishna's Balya Lila, as I was said, Balya, Pauganda, Kaishora, and especially his Vatsalya pastimes, Sakhya pastimes, and some Madhurya pastimes also, they are relatable to common people in this world also. In fact, it's said that when we hear Krishna's childhood pastimes in Vrindavan, that will increase our taste for Krishna Katha in general. After Krishna completed his Putana Mokshanla Leela, Sukadeva Goswami narrated this pastime and he gave a Falashruti. He said, whoever hears Putana Mokshana Leela, they will get Rati for Govinda. Govinde labhate Ratim. They will get great taste for Krishna Katha. So Sukadeva Goswami gives this Falashruti, Govinde labhate Ratim. Generally, Falashruti is given at the end of a narration. But Parikshit Maharaj was becoming insecure. He was thinking, why Sukadeva Goswami is giving Falashruti at this moment? He's supposed to continue the childhood pastimes of the Lord. Then Parikshit Maharaj became very eager to hear more of Krishna Leelas, Krishna's Vrindavan Leelas. And he said, my dear Guru, with my intelligence, with my understanding, I feel that there are 7 benefits of hearing Krishna's childhood pastimes. He says, Yena yena avatarena bhagavan haririshvaraha karoti karna ramyani manognani chana prabho. He said, Yena yena avatarena bhagavan haririshvaraha karoti karna ramyani manognani chana prabho. The Lord performs so many pastimes in different avatars, but amongst all of them, Krishna's pastimes are special. And amongst all the pastimes of Krishna, his childhood leelas are even more special. How? Number 1, Karoti Karna Ramyani. They please our ears. Karna means ears. They are very pleasing to our ears. Second, Manognanichana Prabho. They are very pleasing to the heart also. Pleasing to the ears, pleasing to the heart. Sometimes the sound is very pleasant to the ears, but the content of the speech may not touch the heart. Sound system is good. Very good music, for example. Very nice musical song. Music is appealing to the ears, but the meaning is terrible. Sometimes very terrible songs are having some very good music. Sometimes the song is very good, the meaning and the lyrics are very good, but the music director has created a problem. It's not very melodious, right? But Bhagavatam shlokas and especially Krishna's pastimes are not like that. Karoti karnaramyani manognanichana prabho. They are pleasing to the ears and pleasing to the heart. Pleasing to the ears with its sound, pleasing to the heart with their meaning. Two effects. Then, yachshrinvatopaithyaratirvitrishna sattvam cha shuddhyatyachirena pumsaha bhaktirharau tat purushe cha sakhyam tadeva haram vadamanyase chet. The meaning of this is, it's continuing the effects of hearing Krishna's childhood leelas. What is the first effect? Second effect? Third, yet shrinvato apaiti aratir. By hearing Krishna's childhood leelas, whatever arati or lack of attraction we have towards hearing, that will be destroyed. In short, we will develop attraction in general to Krishna Katha. For example, somebody is not sitting in the class, but if you give class on Krishna's childhood pastimes, they'll come and sit in the class. Right? That is apaiti aratir. Third effect. Fourth effect is apaiti vitrishna. Somebody sitting in the class already, but they're hearing like a ritual. Okay, fine. One more class. Kab khatam hoga? They're not thinking like, they are thinking like that. There is no eagerness. There is no hankering. There is no excitement. Oh, class, class, class. I should not be late even for 1 minute also. Right? And after hearing 10 classes, they are equally enthusiastic or even more enthusiastic for the 11th class. If that is not happening, if we are not hankering for it, hearing Krishna's childhood pastimes will create that hankering. Third effect is, hearing Krishna's childhood pastimes will create some interest in hearing. Fourth effect is, that will create a lot of hankering and eagerness and enthusiasm and obsession, infatuation for hearing. So 4 effects. And fifth effect. Yach shrinvato apaiti aratir vitrishna sattvam cha shuddhyati. Means our heart is completely purified. By hearing Krishna's childhood leelas, heart becomes completely purified. Because in childhood leelas of Krishna, there is no malice. There is no politics. If you hear Mahabharata stories, lot of politics. Even Ramayana also. Manthara heard an announcement made by Dasharatha Maharaj. She goes and poisons the mind of Kaikeyi. And you know what happens later. It's very tragic. But Krishna's childhood leelas are filled with lot of nectar. Of course, there are some demons who come and disturb, but Krishna effortlessly kills them in few minutes. And what generally happens in Vrindavan is sweet loving exchanges. There is only love. There is no there is only affection. There is only friendship, motherly love, fatherly love, friendly love, love between lovers like Radharani and Krishna and all the gopis. So it's filled with so much of pure, innocent, simple, genuine, loving exchanges with no malice, no politics, no envy, no pride, no greed, no authoritative power, position, etc. No hierarchies and all. Krishna behaves like any other family member. Somebody is like very majestic and you just approach them, you have to think twice. They are not very approachable. They are not very friendly. Although they are very powerful, you don't feel like connecting with them. But someone, despite being so powerful, so great, if they are very accessible, very approachable, very friendly, now you can intimately connect with them, isn't it? Krishna is like that. Same Lord in Vaikuntha is different. Ayodhya is different. Even Mathura, Dwaraka is also different. But when it comes to Vrindavan, God becomes most accessible, most relatable, most friendly, very approachable. You can see Krishna and consider him as your own family member, your own child at home, your own friend at home. Even the mischief he does also is not a very, the theft that he commits also, he's not stealing Samantakamani. He's not stealing someone's property. Oh, little butter he takes as a small 2-3-year-old boy. Sweetness is very prominent in Vrindavan. So by hearing that, hearing those descriptions of Krishna's childhood Leelas, which are completely devoid of any malice, any politics, any envy, any pride, any greed, any lust, etc., we are purified. Sattvam cha shuddhyati, heart is completely purified. Achirena, very fast. Sattvam cha shuddhyati achirena pumsaha. Then, sixth quality or sixth benefit is bhaktir harau. We will develop deep bhakti, devotion to Lord Hari. We may hear the stories of so many incarnations of the Lord. We develop devotion definitely. But Krishna's childhood pastimes have a very separate, has a different flavor only, different, what to say, sweetness, charm in them. Achirena. Sattvam cha shuddhati achirena pumsaha bhaktir harau. It's easy to develop devotion to Krishna. And last, very important effect is tat purushecha sakhyam. We will also develop deep, genuine, loving friendships with other devotees. Good Vaishnava relationships. Actually speaking, Vaishnava relationships are the essence of all scriptures. After reading so many scriptures, becoming very scholarly, if you are not personal with other devotees, if you don't show love and affection and care and concern for other devotees, what's the point of learning so much? Bhakti remains as mere jnana without Vaishnava relationships. All the knowledge of bhakti remains incomplete without genuine Vaishnava bondings and friendships. Bhakti is best relished in the association of devotees. If none of you are there, I sit here. There may be high-end camera, good sound system, maybe AC room. But alone, what will I do? We can relish Krishna Katha by coming together like this. So we need to have good Vaishnava friendships. And that happens by coming together and discussing Krishna's childhood pastimes. You can see the intimacy between Krishna and his friends. Yashodamata and her friends. Nanda Maharaj and his friends. At all age groups. There are nice friendships, loving bondings. Right? So this is the power of hearing Krishna's childhood pastimes. Total 7 effects. Tell me what are the 7 effects? Destroys distaste in hearing, then increases hankering, uh, uh, devotion for Lord Hari, Vaishnava friendships. Okay, fine. So after knowing the benefits, let's hear some pastimes. When Krishna was very small, uh, he began his butter stealing pastimes. I will not go in chronology because in just 2 days we can't complete all 10th canto pastimes. But I will start some pastimes. When Krishna was just hardly couple of years old, he started stealing from his home only. He went to his mother's kitchen or wherever and kept his hand in butter pot, picked up some butter, wanted to eat. He turned this side. He saw his own reflection in the jeweled pillar of Nanda Maharaj's house. Seeing the jeweled pillar, seeing his own reflection there, Krishna thought another thief came here. Another thief came here to steal, like me. He's so innocent. By the way, don't think that Krishna is doing some natak here. He does natak also. But when Krishna gets confused at seeing his own reflection, don't think that he is playing a drama. No one is there to watch also. A person's integrity has to be tested by seeing what he does when no one is around. Right? So Krishna is getting confused when no one is around. He started seeing his own reflection and had a conversation with it, with that reflection. My dear friend, my dear brother, don't tell mother that I have stolen butter. If so, I'll give you a share of this butter. He extended his hand like this. Naturally, his reflection also extended its hand like this. Oh, I am trying to bribe you, you are trying to bribe me. So Krishna had an argument. Meanwhile, Yashodamata came there and said, Krishna, what are you doing? Then Krishna said, my dear mother, I was telling this boy who came to steal butter that it's not good to steal. If he wants, he should ask permission from you and then take from you. But this boy is trying to bribe me. He's extending his hand like this, but I was not greedy for butter. I want to eat only when you give me. Then seeing the cleverness of Krishna, Yashodamata became very impressed and smiled. Right? Now, how can Krishna get confused like this seeing his own reflection? Krishna has so many energies. Let me speak the Tattva part of Krishna's Leelas. This format is valid for all the Leelas that we are going to discuss. So Krishna has so many energies. One energy is called Lila Shakti. Another energy is called Yogamaya. Both are connected, right? So somehow by the influence of Krishna's own energy, own Yogamaya potency or Lila Shakti, sometimes Krishna consciously forgets that he is God. He keeps aside his awareness of being God. Krishna is not aware that he is God. He forgets that he is God. Unless he forgets that he is God, he cannot absorb in that Leela, he cannot enjoy that Leela. Every moment when Krishna is in Vrindavan, if he remembers that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I am the Creator, I am the Maintainer, I am the Destroyer, I am the source of Vishwarupa, this and that, then Krishna cannot enjoy his pastimes. Krishna cannot wrestle with his friends. Krishna cannot become afraid seeing his mother, Yashoda Mata, with a stick. So Krishna forgets that he is God. Oh, if Krishna keeps aside his awareness of being God, when will he remember that he is God? Automatically the remembrance manifests in Krishna. There are some default settings. All the energies of Krishna function in such a way that they assist Krishna's pastimes in the most appropriate manner. When Yashodamata is with a stick, Krishna's energies make him forget that he is God and Krishna becomes scared. When Yashodamata is trying to bind Krishna's belly with a rope in Damodar Leela, then Krishna desires, I should not be bound, I should not be bound, I should go out and play. Then immediately Krishna's Vibhuti Shakti manifests in his belly and Yashodamata is unable to bind. You know that, right? The rope becomes 2 fingers short. And later when Krishna becomes little kind and merciful upon Yashodamata, then Vibhuti Shakti runs away. Then Yashodamata is able to bind. In this way, all the energies of Krishna are constantly surrounding Krishna and they are facilitating Krishna's pastimes without disturbing his mood. They are allowing Krishna to relish and enjoy the pastimes. For example, a king comes to meet his friend along with so many of his soldiers and ministers and servants. And the servants are carrying some gifts for the king's friend. So as soon as king lands at his friend's home, he will tell the servants, you stay here. I have to go and talk to my friend. Now I am not king. I am a friend of this man. So don't disturb us. Even if you have to give us something, then just come, do the needful and then go away. Right? So king gives instructions. and he enters his friend's home. He completely forgets that he's the king or some exalted personality. He's with the friend as if they're just remembering their childhood memories. They're doing their discussions. They completely forgot their identities. The only identity both of them have is I am friend of my friend. That's all. Meanwhile, the servant of the king comes inside and then gives a garland to the king and then leaves the place. Because the king wanted to offer a garland to his friend. So the servant is carrying the garland and then offering the garland to the king and leaving that place. If the servant comes and says there, I'm here. You need anything? We need one thing, your absence here. Get lost from here. He'll say, right? Don't remind me that I'm a king by being present here as my servant. Forget it. Just your role is there in my exchanges with my friend. You have a little role. I have given that. You play that role and then disappear from here. That is your service. Sometimes not doing anything is the best service, right? So all the energies of Krishna are like that. When Krishna is in Vrindavan, he is with his beloved friends. He forgets that he is God. He forgets that he is the king of the spiritual world. He forgets all his subordinates, all his powers and everything. He is having such simple, sweet, loving exchanges with his friends. They never acknowledge that he is God. He never shows that he is God in front of them. Even if Krishna lifts Govardhan mountain or kills Harishtasura or does whatever unimaginable, inconceivable pastime right in front of the eyes of these Vrajavasis, they never consider him as God. And that's what Krishna wants also. And whenever powers are needed to participate in Krishna's pastimes, powers will manifest and they will disappear. So Krishna is crying for baby, as a baby, infant baby, Krishna is crying for his mother's milk while sleeping under a handhold cart. Then suddenly a ghost comes, Mr. Shakatasur. His name is Utkacha. He enters the cart and his intention is to fall down on Krishna and destroy Krishna. But Krishna just got up from his sleep at that time. He wanted to have his mother next to him. He's crying for mother's milk and then he's throwing his hands and legs into the sky. Just like it's natural for infant babies, 3-month-old babies. He's throwing his hands and legs into the sky and crying so much. Screaming loudly. So that Yashoda Mata can come. Krishna is absorbed in crying, absorbed in calling Yashoda Mata. Absorbed in seeking attention of Mother Yashoda as an infant baby. But while he's doing it, he threw his hands and legs into the air, right? Somehow Krishna's Shakti manifested in his foot. And that foot touched the cart which is falling on Krishna. As soon as that small, tender, soft, as soft as this, that soft foot of Krishna, 3-month-old baby foot of Krishna touched the cart overturned, got completely dismantled and was smashed. And the demon in the cart died. And this sound of the carts falling down entered into the ears of Mother Yashoda, then she came running. Krishna's crying, she could not hear. But the carts breaking, she could hear. She immediately ran and picked up Krishna. And Krishna's desire is fulfilled. That's how Krishna's energies participate in Krishna's pastimes. So, they don't interfere with Krishna's mood, Krishna's experience of the mood, but they facilitate Krishna's pastimes. Now Krishna is crying, Yashoda Mata has to come, but she could not hear. She is absorbed in taking care of guests in the Utthana ceremony. So what did the Shakti do? Shakti manifested in Krishna's foot and killed the demon and created a sound so that Yashoda Mata can come. Both things happened simultaneously. And Krishna is not even aware. He is absorbed in his mood as an infant baby only. That's how most of the pastimes in Vrindavan happen. He forgets that he is God. Sometimes he remembers, but most of the times he is absorbed in the mode of Mother Yashoda's son, or Nanda Maharaja's son, or Sridhama's friend, or Radharani's lover. Sometimes he falls at the feet of Radharani and then prays, begs, please show some mercy. These are the pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan. Now, when Krishna was very small, another time he wanted to steal butter. So he went and kept his hand in the butter pot. This time he did not even see his reflection. His hand is still there in the pot only. Yashodamata came there 2 minutes before only and asked, Krishna, what are you doing? Caught his hand, red-handed. Krishna, what are you doing? Then Krishna said, he has to somehow invent something, right? Now, he said, my dear mother, you have kept these ornaments on my hands, these bangles, bracelets, and rings, etc. They are creating a lot of burning sensation. To get some cooling effect, I kept my hand in the butter. Then Yashodamata said, oh, really? Then she removed that bracelets and kissed his hands and said, okay, I will remove this ornament. That's not true. How can Krishna's hands burn? He's just creating a lie. He's the absolute truth, but he's speaking lies. That is Krishna's childhood pastimes, right? Absolute truth, but still he lies. Now, Krishna, just before these episodes happen, Krishna would crawl. What is that shloka? Janubhyam saha panibhyam ringamana vijahrutuhu. Means with the help of his knees and his palms, Krishna would crawl on the floor like snakes. Krishna and Balram both, right? They crawl like snakes. And constantly they are absorbed in mischievous activities. They are completely restless and they keep on exploring things. They would go and hit a monkey. And when the monkey just opens his mouth and then Krishna and Balram would count the teeth of the monkey. And Krishna and Balram would go and touch a snake, or not snake, knife or fire. They are attracted to the glare of the fire. They wanted to touch fire. And sometimes Krishna would go to the Goshala and he will hold the calf of a tail, start irritating the calf. And the calf becomes little disturbed and then gets up and starts running away. And Krishna becomes fearful. Krishna will hold on to the tail of the calf more tightly and he is dragged in the dust of Vrindavan so much like this. And all the gopis come to rescue Krishna. Oh, Krishna, you are being dragged. You don't have enough strength in your limbs to even protect yourself from this baby calf. So, of course, nothing happens to Krishna. And when Krishna goes to Goshala, that whole Goshala area is covered with dust of cow's feet. That is called Goraja. And the dust is mixed with the cow dung and cow urine. So cow dung, cow urine, cow dust. Gomai, Govar, Godhuli. All three became mixed with each other and it's like a special angarag ointment or cosmetic on Krishna's face. And Krishna and Balram are completely covered with this dirt. Sometimes Yashodamata looks at Krishna and says, Krishna, you are behaving like a pig. Were you a pig in your past life? Playing in this kichad? Then Krishna says, yes, my dear mother, I was a pig in my past life. Varahadev. Varahadev was a boar, right? So that's how Krishna gives clever replies also. When Krishna was very small, he was playing in this kichad, he did not have sufficient knowledge to even reply back to Mother Yashoda. At that time, Krishna would crawl, and whenever he sees a woman, a gopi, he thinks that this is my mother. He runs behind, he crawls behind that gopi and then touches her, pulls her dress, and then she turns back. Then Krishna says, this is not my mother. This is not Rohini Mata. This is not Yashoda Mata. Krishna becomes scared. Some stranger came here. And he turns back, takes about turn, say U-turn, and then starts crawling back again. Meanwhile, he'll find Krishna and Rohini Mata and Yashoda Mata there. So they'll pick up their children and they start feeding their kids. So this is how Krishna is giving so much of joy to the hearts of all Vrajavasis, especially mothers. All the Komara Leelas or Balya Leelas of Krishna are more relishable by mothers. Angana Darshaniya. Balya Leela means Krishna's childhood pastimes as an infant baby. They are more accessible to Vatsalya Bhaktas. those who love Krishna as parents. Pauganda Lila, where Krishna is little grown up, he is able to speak and run and do many other mischievous activities. So those Leelas are more relishable and accessible to the Sakhas, Sakhya Bhaktas. And Kaishora Leela, when Krishna becomes little youth, teenager, that Kaishora Leela is primarily centered on his exchanges with the gopis of Vrindavan, Madhurya pastimes. In Balya stage, Vatsalya pastimes are prominent. In Pauganda stage, Sakhya pastimes are prominent. In Kaishora stage, Madhurya pastimes are more prominent. So now these pastimes are called Angana Darshaniya because all the friends of Mother Yashoda, they don't stay in their homes so much. They come to Mother Yashoda's home and they stay with Mother Yashoda for a long time, taking care of Krishna as an infant child. And when Putana comes and tries to trouble 6 days old baby Krishna, then all these ladies come and perform the purificatory rituals because Yashodamata is too shocked to even do anything for Krishna after Krishna was rescued from Putana. All the other gopis of Vrindavan, they gather together around Mother Yashoda and they start performing achaman, chanting some kavachams, protectory, purificatory mantras for Krishna's safety. And they also take the cow tail, the hair on cow tail, and then just move around Krishna so that no evil eye affects Krishna. So that's how all the gopis of Vrindavan are assisting Mother Yashoda in taking care of child Krishna, baby Krishna, when he was very young, Pauganda pastimes. Now let's try to systematically discuss some pastimes. One of the first foremost pastimes of Krishna in his Balya Avastha is Putana Mokshana Lila. When Sukadeva Goswami began narrating this Leela, he just said that Kamsa heard a warning from Durga that why are you killing so many babies? The child who is going to kill you has already appeared on this planet. Very soon he will kill you. She said that and she disappeared. Then Kamsa became very worried and very scared. He begged forgiveness from Devaki and Vasudeva. He went back and all the demoniac friends of Kamsa surrounded Kamsa and said, let's not take a chance. Kamsa, Durga has already given you a warning that the child who is going to kill you has already taken birth somewhere. So let us try to kill all the babies who were born in the last 10 days in all nearby villages. And they said, okay, fine, let's do it. Good decision to kill all infant babies who are less than 10 days old. So that's a good decision, very good resolution. So Kamsa said, Putana, you are best in killing babies. Go ahead. Now you have my official permission to go and kill all the babies and suck their bloods. You anyways do that, but I am authorizing this activity. Go ahead. Then Putana, she is a witch. She is a Yatudhani. She is a Pishachi or whatever, Rakshasi. So she has some mystic powers, black arts. She can take a small stick and sit on that stick, and the stick becomes an airplane. Not literally, but the stick acts like an airplane. This is Putana Airlines, right? So no need of booking a ticket or generating a boarding pass or doing web check-in. So Putana Airlines, sit on a stick, chant some mantra, and this Putana Airline will take him away, take her wherever she wants with her mind. So she landed in Vrindavan, Putana Airlines. Then she transformed herself into a most beautiful and enchanting woman, motherly woman, very trustworthy woman, right? So she became a motherly woman, and everybody thought, all the Vrajavasis thought that this Putana, they don't know whether that she's Putana, she must be a celestial lady. She must be some kind of heavenly Apsara who came here to bless baby Krishna, who is recently born in Nanda Maharaja's home. But some people thought that maybe she is the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi herself, who descended from Vaikuntha and wanted to take darshan of Lord Narayana, who is being worshipped in Nanda Maharaja's home. Different people thought about her in different ways. Now, by the way, how can the Vrajavasis, who are the eternal associates of Krishna, get confused like this seeing a Rakshasi? Can Putana's Maya, can Putana's energy, her illusory energy, affect the Vrajavasis, influence the Vrajavasis so much like this? Is it possible at all? The answer is a big, loud no. It is not Putana's Maya, it is not Putana's powers that confused the Vrajavasis in this way. What to speak of common other Vrajavasis? When Putana went to Nanda Maharaja's home, Yashoda Mata and Rohini Mata, they both were standing there and they heartily welcomed. They did not stop Putana. Generally, when a stranger comes to home, you at least ask, who are you? Where are you coming from? What do you need here? They didn't even ask. And Putana boldly entered Nanda Maharaja's home, directly went to the cradle of Krishna, picked up Krishna, started feeding her milk to Krishna. How can a mother allow some strange woman to come and feed her baby who is hardly 6 days old? But Yashoda Mata did not speak anything. Rohini Mata did not speak anything. In fact, they felt very fortunate, very good. Our Krishna is very fortunate that this celestial lady is coming and feeding him. They thought like that. All this bewilderment of Vrajavasis is not caused by Putana's Maya. It is Krishna's Lila Shakti. The Lila Shakti of Krishna influenced all the Vrajavasis to believe. Unless the Lila Shakti does all this, we cannot. There is no relish in Krishna's pastimes. Krishna's pastimes are relishable only when the Lila Shakti orchestrates the pastimes by confusing the Vrajavasis or creating some calamities or whatever. And by the way, all the demons who came to kill Krishna in Vrindavan, not that they are powerful enough to kill Krishna or disturb the peace of Vrindavan. They are there only to create some excitement in Krishna's Leelas, some adventures in Krishna's Leelas. And many times, especially when Krishna is in the forest, they'll forget to take lunch. So the Leela Shakti of the Lord arranges some demon to come and interrupt their play so that they can take lunch. That's their role. Coming back to Putana episode. So Putana could not bewilder the Vrajavasis. It is the Leela Shakti of Krishna that bewildered the Vrajavasis. So Vrajavasis allowed Putana to enter the inner chambers of Nanda Maharaja's home. She picked up that baby. And this Balaka, this boy, he is Antaka. Means he can cause the end or the destruction of this demoness. But somehow she thought that is an infant baby. Oh, you are happily sleeping here? You can permanently and eternally sleep. I'll put you to sleep by feeding my milk. Because Putana applied some Kalakota poison on her body and wanted to feed her poisonous milk to this baby and kill him. She came with such a malicious intention, such malice in Putana's heart. She came there. And just like an innocent or ignorant person sees a snake and thinks that it is a rope, not a snake. Similarly, Putana thought that this boy is not God. He is an ordinary child. I can kill him easily. I can suck his blood easily. That is her mentality. So Putana came there to kill Krishna, picked up baby Krishna, kept in her lap. So Krishna immediately closed his eyes. I will not see. And Acharyas give so many reasons why Krishna closed his eyes. One reason is Krishna thought, in Ramavatar also I had to kill Tataka. My first demon that I ever killed is Tataka, a stree, a woman. Now also I have to kill a woman. So he thought, why is this happening like this? Right? Generally women should not be killed or punished. Or children, women, Brahmanas, old people and cows, they are never harmed in Vedic culture. Even if they do such heinous mistake. They're always respected and protected and pampered, but they are never punished. But Krishna and Ram both are obliged to punish and kill Putana and Tataki. That too, they happen to be the first demons that they had to kill in their lives. But still, they have to do to establish dharma, to protect innocent people. So Krishna closed his eyes for that reason. Another reason is Putana is a Rakshasi. I will not look at her face. Another reason is when you think, you close your eyes, right? Like this. Krishna also closed his eyes and started thinking, is there any good thing that Putana has ever done in her life? So that I can show some mercy, he's thinking. And also, drinking poison is not Krishna's job. Whose job is drinking poison? Lord Shiva's job. So, Krishna was invoking the presence of Lord Shiva. Shiva, you come and drink this poison. I will not drink. And I never drank milk of a Rakshasi. All my mothers are glorious. All the devotees who acted as Krishna's mothers, whether it is Kaushalya Devi or Yashoda Mata or Rohini Mata or Devaki Mata or in Vamana Avatar, his mother is Aditi. So many such pure Vaishnavis acted as Krishna's mothers, and here is a Rakshasi who is acting as a mother of Krishna. But Krishna thought, I don't want to drink milk of this Rakshasi Stri. And there are many other reasons. Krishna closed his eyes. Thinking that Krishna is afraid or scared or an ordinary child, Putana started feeding her milk to Krishna. Krishna started sucking her life hairs along with the milk. And she started screaming, yelling, shouting. She could not hide her original form anymore. She disguised herself as a very beautiful, trustworthy, motherly lady. But as soon as Krishna started sucking her milk and her life hairs, she manifested herself as a gigantic Rakshasi. Very huge. This shows that we cannot cheat people for a long time. We have to cultivate purity. If you are not pure, and if you are not even attempting to be pure, but if you want to show off to people that we are very pure, Krishna will expose our impurity sooner or later. As simple as that. There should be an attempt. Of course, nobody has to declare how impure I am to the whole world or put an Instagram status. That's not what we are saying. At least we need to follow the right process to become purified. Without any intention to become purified, if we act in front of people as if we are so pure, just to cheat them, that cheating will not remain for a long time. How long can we cheat? We cannot cheat forever. 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. We cannot cheat forever. One day, our poor consciousness will be exposed by Krishna's powers, and we'll have to be giving up that fake life. So, Putana wanted to cheat all the Vrajavasis by presenting herself as a pure motherly lady who came to show some unalloyed affection on this infant baby. But Putana could not maintain her form, disguised form anymore. She revealed her form. Then Yashoda Mata, Rohini Mata, and all the other Vrajavasis there, they became so scared. They became worried. What happened to Krishna? Because their happiness is Krishna's happiness. Their distress is Krishna's distress. If Krishna is happy, they're happy. If Krishna is unhappy, Krishna is in danger, they feel that their lives are in danger. So they all came to rescue Krishna. Meanwhile, Putana became so gigantic, so huge. She started screaming and told, leave me, my dear child, leave me. But the child is not leaving. Krishna embraced Putana so tightly, he's not leaving only. Till she dies, Krishna will not leave. So Putana was yelling, and she came out of Nanda Maharaja's home. She went outside. She is running here and there, and she finally fell in a big garden with her gigantic body, which is about 12 miles long. And she destroyed Kamsa's favorite garden. Kamsa has a property in Vrindavan area also. So she completely destroyed Kamsa's favorite garden. And Putana's falling did not destroy any gopa or gopi or a cow or a calf or a peacock, or no one is disturbed by Putana except Kamsa's garden. That got completely destroyed. One who plans to cause harm to innocent people, they themselves are harmed. Putana died and Kamsa's garden was destroyed. And Krishna is happily playing on Putana's chest. Hmm. All the Vrajavasis came there, especially the gopis. At that time, Nanda Maharaj was not there in the town. He went to Mathura to pay taxes to Kamsa. And many other chief cowherd men also went. Only some servant kind of cowherd men are there, and all these ladies are there. So they went to rescue Krishna. Seeing Krishna happily playing on Putana's chest, all the Vrajavasis thought that, oh, he's safe, the boy is safe. Then the boy was brought to Yashoda Mata. Then Yashoda Mata was too shocked to do anything. She was unable to speak. She was unable to express her feelings. She was only crying and shocked and stunned, astonished completely because of this unexpected calamity. At such an advanced age, she got a baby boy. He's hardly 6 days old. Suddenly, a Rakshasi came to kill him. So that made Putana completely, made Yashoda Mata completely perturbed, disturbed. Then all the other elderly gopis, they took lead and performed some kind of purificatory rituals and chanted some kavachams and applied tilak with cow dung on 12 parts of Krishna's body, chanted different mantras of Lord Narayana for his protection, for his safety. This story everybody knows, but let us try to reflect on this story a little bit. Putana is such a heinous Rakshasi, and Krishna, after killing Putana, he gave her the position of a motherly nurse in the spiritual world. Out of all the uh, flavors of love available in this world, the greatest flavor of love is a mother's love for her child, right? That's considered the purest form of love available. And Putana wanted to bring a black mark to that motherly affection. There are so many demons in Vrindavan who disguise themselves in innocent forms, like Vatsasur came in the form of a calf, Aghasur in the form of a snake, python. Then we also have uh, Arishtasur in the form of a bull, Bakasur in the form of a crane, Pralambasur, he took the form of a friend of Krishna, cowherd boy. But no one has taken the form of a mother. In this world, animals may cheat us, friends may cheat us, enemies definitely cheat us, but mother never cheats. So nobody can suspect a mother. Nobody can suspect mother's intention ever. And Putana took that pure form of a mother, acting like a mother. Her attire was like that of a mother. Her actions were like that of a mother, but her attitude was a killer. She's like a killer. So Putana took the purest form possible, the most trustworthy form she has accepted, but with the most malicious intention. But although the amount of cheating, the magnitude of cheating done by Putana is so high, Krishna gave her the highest position of a mother. Krishna has not given motherly position to any demon that has come to kill him in Vrindavan. Aghasur he liberated. Arishtasur, he liberated Arishtasur from the demoniac bull body, but go back to his previous body as a Brahmana. Right? He was a Brahmana. His name is Varatantu. So Krishna relieved some people from curses. Krishna gave some liberation to some demons who came to kill him. But Krishna has not given the position of a mother to any demon except Putana. What is Putana's fortune? Putana loka balaghni rakshasi rudhirashana jighamsayapi haraye stanam datvapa sadgatim. Putana loka balaghni. Putana is a witch who is accustomed to kill infant babies and suck their blood. Lokabalaghni, Rakshasi, Rudhirashana, constantly thirsty for blood. When she becomes thirsty, she doesn't take water, she drinks blood. That to infant babies only. Putana Lokabalaghni, Rakshasi, Rudhirashana, Jighamsayapi haraye, Stanam Datvapa Sadgatim. Jighamsa, although she came with such a heinous and malicious intention, Stanam Datvava, because she offered her milk to Krishna, Sadgatim, she attained the position of a motherly nurse in the spiritual world. Krishna is more desperate to give us mercy than we are to receive it. Krishna finds some reason, direct or indirect reason, to show mercy upon even demons, what to speak of devotees. No one could have ever imagined the extent of Krishna's grace. Padbhyam bhakta hridistabhyam vandyabhyam loka vanditaihi angam yasyaha samakramya bhagavanapi tatstanam yatu dhanyapi sasvargamavapa janani gatim Krishna bhuktasthana kshiraha kimugavonu mataraha. Padbhyam bhakta hridistabhyam. The lotus feet of Krishna are always constantly meditated upon by his devotees. Dhyana avasthita tadgatena manasa pashyanti yam yogino yasyantam na vidursura suraganaha devaya tasmai namaha. So, the devotees and great yogis constantly meditate upon Krishna's lotus feet within their hearts. And even such yogis, even after hundreds and thousands of years of constant meditation, they can never get darshan of Krishna's lotus feet also. But Putana, angam yasyaha samakramya. Krishna is embracing Putana. Earlier Putana embraced Krishna, gave her milk to Krishna. But later, she wanted to throw away Krishna. But Krishna is embracing her tightly. Earlier, you came to hold me, I will hold you now. Of course, to kill. But apparently, Krishna held Putana to kill her. But he wanted to give her mercy. That's the real reason for holding her. When Krishna comes and embraces you, will you say, leave me, leave me? But Putana says, leave me. But if you say, leave me, will Krishna hold on to you? No, generally speaking. Krishna doesn't give you embrace against your desire. It doesn't interfere with your independence. Right? But this time, Krishna is not leaving Putana only. Krishna gave her the position of a motherly nurse. Come and become an assistant of my mother, Yashoda, in Goloka Vrindavan. She is cooking, you cut vegetables. She is doing all motherly activities, you become a nurse, assist her. How many of us are eager to get that position? Right? But Krishna gave that position freely to Putana. Take it, take it. This is the extent of Krishna's mercy. Which other merciful deity you will take shelter of? That's why Uddhava says, Aho bakiyam stanakalakutam jighamsaya payayadapya sadhvi lebhe gatim dhatruchitam tatonyam kamvadayalum sharanam vrajema. Who else can be more merciful than Krishna? Whose shelter I need to take? No one else can be as merciful as Krishna. The amount of cheating that this Putana has done crossed all boundaries of cheating. No one in the universal history has cheated someone by taking the form of a mother. She took the form of a mother only to cheat. Right? But Krishna actually made her a mother in the spiritual world. Therefore, Krishna is most merciful. Right? Many cheaters took many forms as friends, as animals, as servants, and troubled people. But she is, Putana is special. She took the form of a mother, bringing a bad reputation on the glorious characteristic of a mother. But still, Krishna made her a mother. That is the extent of his mercy. So, Putana was Ratnamala, a relative of Bali Maharaj in her past life. Some say sister, some say daughter, but she's connected to Bali Maharaj. As soon as this lady, Ratnamala, saw Vamanadev, she thought, if I have a child like this, I can give him milk and uh, exhibit my motherly affection. But later, when Vamanadev took away all the wealth of Bali Maharaj, then she thought, if I have a child like this, I will kill him with poison. So Krishna combined both, fulfilled her both desires when she became Putana. So after some time, when Krishna was 1 year old, one day Mother Yashoda kept Krishna on her lap and she's throwing Krishna into the air and catching. Throwing into the air and catching. Sometimes mothers do like that, right? Sometimes kids become fearful, sometimes they enjoy it also. As Mother Yashoda is throwing Krishna into the sky and catching him back, Krishna developed a desire. I want to go higher. Mother Yashoda is throwing me just few feet above the ground level, but I want to go higher and higher and higher, hundreds and thousands of miles into the sky, into the outer space. Krishna desired to fly. Coinciding with this desire, a demon named Trinavarta came there. Right? A demon named Trinavarta came in the form of a whirlwind just to kidnap Krishna. Apparently, he sent by Kamsa to kill Krishna. But in reality, Lila Shakti arranged the situation in such a way that as soon as Krishna desired to fly high in the sky, immediately this Trinavarta came there, whirlwind demon came there, just to fulfill Krishna's desire. Krishna's Lila Shakti is so inconceivable that it can engage even demons also in Krishna's service. Right? Demon came with some other intention, and the Lila Shakti engaged him in Krishna's service. Sometimes some people call us, right? They call us and we lift the phone and say, I want this, I want that. We just give them orders. Okay, then phone rak diya. I called him for some reason and he's giving you some orders and then keeping the phone aside. Right? It happens. When somebody called you for their work, you receive the call and give them so much work and cut the phone, and you didn't even hear what they want to say. Right? Lila Shakti is like that. Demon came to kill Krishna. But the Lila Shakti of Krishna engaged a demon in Krishna's service and killed the demon, and the demon's agenda is completely gone. That's how. We may think that we are very smart to use Krishna for our needs, to see Krishna as our order supplier and take all his boons to enjoy. But we don't know. Krishna is using us. Krishna Shakti is using us. Krishna is using us as an instrument in doing something. Sometimes we may think, I don't like this person. I'll slap him. I'll beat him. I will scold him. I'll yell at him in public. Or I'll harm him in some way. And you may actually do that. But we don't know that we have not harmed them. This person has some karma and Krishna used you as an instrument to deliver that karma. You acted as a postman. That's all. We may think we are taking revenge on somebody. You understood this? We may think we are taking revenge on someone. We are harming someone. We are teaching a lesson to someone. We are not doing anything basically. He deserves that punishment. He has that karma, because of which he has to suffer. And what did Krishna do? Oh, ye khali pade aadmi. He engaged him in the service of delivering the quota of karma that this person is supposed to experience. while acting as an instrument of someone's karma, we are creating our karma. Then Krishna will engage someone else to deliver our karma. So better don't harm anyone or don't displease anyone unnecessarily. You have to give feedback, you give feedback, that's okay, with a good heart. But let's not insult anyone or demean anyone or disrespect anyone or think of harming anyone, especially unnecessarily. And don't be eager to do so. उसको झापना है मैं ही दूंगा. I like I like to go and give him whatever jhap he requires. So we should not be over enthusiastic to purify others. That will create some impurity in us. And Krishna has to strive to purify us in future. Anyways, so Trinavarta came. So Trinavarta came, and by the time Trinavarta came, Yashoda Mata is finding Krishna very heavy. Till now she could easily lift him, keep him on her lap and throw him in the sky, catch him also. And Lalana, she can just pat his back and she's doing many things. But suddenly she felt that Krishna became as heavy as a mountain peak. She thought, I cannot hold this boy anymore. She could not even lift him and keep him on a cot also. Anandamaradam Champu says, Yashodamata kept him on the ground, unable to do anything. Then she became very worried. She thought, let me go and call some Brahmanas who can chant some mantras for Krishna's protection. So it happened in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, and Yashoda Mata kept Krishna in the courtyard alone, and she ran into the house to find somebody who can go and call some Brahmanas. Meanwhile, Trinavarta came. Trinavarta came there in the form of a whirlwind. And just as dust particles and dry leaves and chocolate wrappers, whatever, light objects, rise into the sky when whirlwind comes, even small wind comes also, they rise into the sky. The dust particles rise into the sky. That's how Krishna became as light as a flower or a feather, so that he can fly in this whirlwind. He can rise above the ground level in this whirlwind created by Trinavarta. Apparently, Trinavarta came and picked up Krishna. But actually, Trinavarta came to fulfill the desire of Krishna. Krishna wanted to fly high into the sky. Earlier, Putana Airlines picked up Krishna. Now, Trinavarta Airlines is picking up Krishna. And these airlines, they don't just go just few kilometers above the ground level. Generally, some flights are 11 kilometers, 15 kilometers above the ground level probably. But Trinavarta Airlines picked up Krishna and raised 800,000 miles high into the sky. 800,000 miles high into the sky. Why did this happen? One thing is, Krishna desired to go high into the sky. But why did he desire so? Because the residents of the heavenly planets wanted to take darshan of Krishna, and Krishna wanted to give them darshan. So Krishna said, let me go high, enjoy a ride, and also give my darshan to these heavenly ladies, then I'll land. So Krishna went high into the sky. Meanwhile, as Trinavarta is taking Krishna higher and higher, meanwhile, Yashoda Mata wanted to call some Brahmanas, but suddenly this entire land of Gokul is covered with so much of dust and darkness. Rajasa tamasavritam. Rajasa means dust particles. Tamasa means darkness. Avrita means completely covered. Entire Gokul is covered by this whirlwind, and there is only darkness everywhere. People cannot see each other. People cannot see themselves also. People cannot hear each other. Because the wind also created so much sound that we cannot hear ourselves. Sometimes when there is fan on, I request devotees to please switch off that fan. More than air, it is giving sound, interfering with my sound. I cannot speak properly. When there's a lot of background noise, you cannot speak properly, right? Similarly, when there's a lot of background noise created by this Trinavarta demon, the Vrajavasis are unable to communicate with each other. They could not see each other. They could not hear each other. They become completely restless. Say, you have kept your phone somewhere and you are not finding it. We become very restless, right? We become very insecure. We become like, Yugayitam Nimishana without phone. Or we become Govinda Verahename. It's like smartphone Verahename. We become completely restless, and even in sleep also, when somehow sleep breaks, you have to open phone. Right? Come out of airplane mode, see any messages and keep it back. Right? In the middle of the sleep also, you can't find phone next to you. Sometimes we become really restless and devastated. Say you could not find your phone. It's a dark room. There is a power cut. Amavasya day. You are unable to see the phone. At least when there is light around, if you can't find phone, you can see in this corner, in that corner, in that corner, maybe behind that books in the shelf or behind the diorama peacock. You can search somewhere and you kind of, give yourself some solace. You pacify yourself, because although you are not finding phone, you have a hope that you may find the phone in another corner of the room. Another corner of the room, you're able to see, you're able to search. But if entire room is pitch dark, you're unable to see anything or unable to see yourself also, then you can't see phone, you become completely devastated. Right? You can't even tell anybody, give a missed call to my phone. Right? So, when you're searching for something desperately, but your ability to search is taken away, and your vision is taken away, your ability to communicate is taken away, you become completely helpless. That situation is very terrible. Trinavarta has created such a situation for all the Vrajavasis. Every single Vrajavasi was not worried about their safety. All of them were worried about Krishna's safety. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Yashodamata is searching for Krishna. I kept my Krishna in courtyard. Now I can't even differentiate between my courtyard or my room. I can't see anyone. I cannot communicate with anyone. And this darkness did not exist for 1 or 2 minutes, for one muhurta, for 48 continuous minutes. Yashodamata could not see anyone. She could not communicate with anyone. Other Vrajavasis also could not find where is Yashodamata, where is Krishna, where is Nanda Maharaj, where are other gopis, where are cows, where are calves. Nobody could see anything. Rajasa tamasavritam. Completely, entire Gokul is covered with darkness, wind, dust particles, terrible sound piercing your ears, and all of them become completely helpless. And after about 48 minutes, the dust got settled, slightly settled. And people are able to see each other in a blurred way, after some time clearly. Now they are able to see each other, communicate with each other, talk to each other, search for something. All the Vrajavasis headed by Nanda Maharaj searched for Krishna everywhere in Gokul. They are able to see all the Vrajavasis but except Krishna. Yashodamata completely collapsed like a cow that lost her calf. She collapsed. And all the other motherly gopis, Yashodamata's friends, they came there to pacify her, to console her, but they could not. Why? They also have similar motherly feelings for Krishna. They are also experiencing similar pain. If you are also sad, how can you console someone who is sad? If they are also perturbed by equal amount of motherly feelings and anxiety for Krishna, how can they console Yashodamata? They also collapsed with her and started crying and crying profusely. All the mothers are sitting at one place, crying, unable to find Krishna. All the gopas are going everywhere and they're trying to find Krishna, but they could not. Meanwhile, you know what happened in the outer space? Trinavarta Airlines rose higher and higher and higher and higher and went 800,000 miles high into the sky. And from there, all the devatas could have darshan of baby Krishna, 1-year-old baby Krishna. And Krishna is happy to give them darshan. But meanwhile, Krishna understood. My devotees, Vrajavasis are struggling. They are searching for me. That is apparently, Krishna is thinking like that as Godhead. But from the pastime perspective, Krishna is missing his mother. 1-year-old child, sometimes the child may go out of mother's lap to explore something. Uh, he goes and then picks up that flower vase, picks up that speaker, and on the speaker there are some circles moving, right? Some shining lights moving around as I'm speaking. So the child gets attracted by it, goes and sees that. But the child is just looking behind. My mother is there. I can explore anywhere. When the child is touching something else, child is confident mother will come and uh, protect me. So whenever child is touching something harmful, mother will run towards the child and pick the child back and keep the child in her lap. That's how mother's presence gives so much confidence to the child or wherever the child is in the room. But child may sometimes become overly adventurous and then goes out of the sight of mother. But after a few minutes, child will look back, where is my mother? Although with great adventurous spirit, I came out of the lap of my mother, but I can't see my mother. He starts crying. Then mother will run to the child. Now also, when Krishna was there in Yashoda Mata's lap, he wanted to go high into the sky. But when he actually went high into the sky, when Trinavarta took him, he started missing Mother Yashoda. He became scared. And he felt intense separation from Mother Yashoda and he wanted to go back to Mother Yashoda. But he's on a very high altitude. Sometimes the children may say, please take me to this exhibition and put me on that giant wheel. You know, giant wheel? Giant wheel or Tora, I don't know. Only once I went, it's the first and last time. So much churning happens in the belly. Manthan. Right? So, kid may say, I want to climb that, I want to climb that. Parents say, no, you will get scared. No, I want to climb. So, the parents will keep the child in the giant wheel. And the child goes up and up and up and is taken maybe some, 40, 30 meters above the ground level. There the child starts feeling very scared of height. It's not just height, the rotation also. Right? When going up, there is some little anxiety, but when they're falling down, there's more anxiety. My God, what is going to happen to me? Shunyayitam Jagat Sarvam. Is it the last day of my life? Right? When they're falling down, again there is anxiety. And he's not stopping only. Again it goes up, again comes down, again goes up. Although they're screaming at the top of the voice, that fellow who's operating, he will not stop only. He'll increase the speed. He'll increase the temperature. So then sometimes kids become completely scared. Krishna is also like that at this moment. Not from the perspective of Tattva, but from the perspective of Lila. Krishna got scared there. When you're scared, when the kid is scared in the giant wheel, they'll hold on to the rods there tightly, right? Tightly. Like that, Krishna got so scared, he held on to Trinavarta's neck so tightly. Very tight. 1-year-old infant baby with his tight grip, he's holding onto Trinavarta's neck, and Trinavarta got completely choked up. Completely choked up. Now, Krishna, when he's hanging from Trinavarta's neck, he looked like a beautiful shining blue locket hanging from Trinavarta's neck on his chest. Trinavarta is like has some kind of dark body, and this shining blue form of Krishna, baby Krishna, was like a blue locket on his neck. Now, remember, what kind of situation did Trinavarta create for the Gokulvasis? He made them completely inactive and helpless in finding Krishna and even searching for Krishna. They were trying to search for Krishna, look for Krishna everywhere, but they are unable to see because eyes were blinded by dust. They are unable to communicate with each other because ears are completely deaf because of the sound created with Trinavarta. When you are searching for something, if your ability to search is taken away, your eyes are taken away, your ears are taken away, you'll be frustrated. Similarly, Krishna created a exactly similar or more or less similar situation for Trinavarta. What is that situation? Krishna, who was as light as a feather when Trinavarta came to him, he became as heavy as a mountain peak when Trinavarta took him to the sky. When he was hanging from Trinavarta's neck, Krishna's body weight increased. He became as heavy as a mountain peak. We compared him with a locket. But imagine a locket which is 1 ton heavy on your neck. We completely, like when you are trying to lift something, if it is beyond your capacity to lift, you drop it, right? But you lifted something, you are unable to hold it, and you are unable to drop it also. Such a frustrating experience. Trinavarta found Krishna so heavy, he wanted to throw Krishna away, release himself from this weight, but Krishna held on to him so tightly on the neck, Trinavarta could not release himself from Krishna. Right? So Krishna made Trinavarta completely helpless. Say you are holding such heavy weight, you are experiencing such heavy pain, at least you should scream out. That screaming out, shouting loudly can give you some solace, some pacification of expression of your pain. But Krishna has taken away the ability of Trinavarta to scream also. Because his voice got completely choked up, he's unable to scream also. His eyes popped out of their sockets. And Trinavarta Airlines got crashed. Where? In Vrindavan only. Just imagine the flight takes off from so and so gate number in Singapore International Airport and goes up and crashes. What is the possibility that that airplane crashes at the same gate number in the same airport in the same terminal? Zero possibility, almost. But Trinavarta airplane crashed in Gokul only, wherever he took off. That too exactly where, right next to all the motherly gopis, where they are lamenting. All the motherly gopis headed by Yashoda Mata and Rohini Mata and all the other gopis, they were lamenting and crying in separation from Krishna, right? So Trinavarta Airlines landed there only. Crashed there only, not landed. That too near them there's a big boulder. And Trinavarta fell on the boulder only. Not on any goshala, not on anyone's home, not on any cow or calf or monkey or not an insect was harmed. He fell on a boulder and all the limbs of Trinavarta's body got dislocated. Okay, in this entire Gokul area, why did Krishna allow Trinavarta Airlines to crash only on the boulder next to motherly gopis? Because mothers feel more emotional pain when the kids are in danger than even fathers. Fathers have some logic. I'm not offending any fathers here. I'm speaking Bhagavatam. Right? I'm speaking from the explanation given by the Acharyas. Because Yashoda Mata, Rohini Mata and all the mothers, they are experiencing more pain in separation from Krishna than Father Nandamaharaj and other Gopas. Krishna wanted to console the mothers first than even fathers. So he made Trinavarta Airlines land crash only on the boulder next to the gopis only, not to the gopas. Of course, it's only a few minutes difference. And when Trinavarta fell there, he died. All his bodily limbs got dislocated. His hands and legs, everything was broken except one part of his body, that is his chest. Why? That chest is like sufficient playground for Krishna to play. 1-year-old boy to play. He was playing. Meanwhile, all the gopis who were lamenting, they suddenly saw something fell from the sky. It fell from the sky. And they immediately wanted to go and explore it because they were hoping maybe Krishna is there. They ran to that spot. They found Krishna happily playing on the chest of Trinavarta's dead body. But they were not sure whether it is dead body or live body. Say, you have your favorite diamond ring, which you have purchased with maybe 1 lakh rupees, whatever. Imagine. That ring fell down for some reason. and around that ring there is a cobra. Like this. Will you go and pick it up? If it is a tissue paper, you will not pick it up, you will run away. But if it is a diamond ring, definitely you want that ring, but you also want to take care of your safety. Right? Say the snake is sleeping, for example. It's not with a raised hood, sleeping there. Still you will not go and pick up. You are not sure whether the snake is living or dead or sleeping or awake. We don't know. As soon as I touch the ring, if the snake kisses my hand, what happens to me? Right? We have that insecurity. So even though our favorite object is lying right in front of us, if there is a snake or a scorpion or some danger around it, we will not pick it up. Especially when we are like not a warrior, not a kshatriya, not like Arjuna. All the gopis, simple cowhead ladies, they are not warriors. They are not big kshatriyas with weapons. They are not used to fighting in battles, right? Simple village ladies, they found Krishna on the dead body of Trinavarta. They are not sure whether this demon is alive or awake or what he will do. They don't know. They saw Krishna, they ran towards the demon's dead body, picked up Krishna from the demon's dead body. They are not even concerned about what's going to happen to them. They are only concerned about Krishna. They saw, they are crying for Krishna till now. They ran to pick up Krishna in their hands. They completely forgot, they ignored who is there under Krishna. They just picked up Krishna. No logic, only emotion. So, the elderly gopis picked up Krishna, brought to Mother Yashoda. Did they give Krishna back to her? No. They didn't give. They scolded Mother Yashoda. Yashoda, you have no right to touch the child. He is my son. You have no right. What happened? Who left this infant baby, 1-year-old baby, alone in the courtyard when there is such a big whirlwind, hurricane, dust, darkness everywhere? How can you be so neglectful? How can you leave Krishna alone? They are questioning Mother Yashoda. The supreme epitome of Vatsalya Rasa is being scolded and chastised and doubted by her friends. Yashoda Mata was very innocent. She replied in a very feeble voice. She said, I left him there because he was very heavy. He was as heavy as a mountain peak. I could not hold him in my lap or hands. Therefore, I left him there. Then the gopis became even more furious. Yashoda, don't lie. Your son is as light as a flower, not garland, only one flower. Your son is as light as a flower, and you are saying he's as heavy as a mountain peak. You have no right to touch the child. Then Yashoda Mata did not understand. I only have one child. And after such a long time at an advanced age, the Lord has given me one little boy, and all kinds of calamities are coming on this boy only. Looks like some Nagas from the lower planets. They thought that he's a mani and they wanted to wear that mani on their heads. Looks like they wanted to steal. Looks like some kind of mystic yakshinis. They thought my son as a flower, they wanted to keep the flower in their hair. That's why they must have been kidnapping. Like that, she gave multiple comparisons. Ananda Vrindavan Champu says that Yashoda Mata is comparing her child with some precious object and comparing these demons with enemies who wanted to attack or exploit this precious object. And she started crying profusely. I only have one son. Why this is happening? If there is a land of fearlessness, me and my son Krishna will go there and live there forever. Stay far away from all these calamities caused by these demons. That was her thought process. Of course, the gopis gave Krishna back to Mother Yashoda ultimately. But Yashoda also did not get offended. She's Vrajeshwari, but still she was not offended by this scolding or chastisement of other gopis. Because they also had equal amount of motherly affection for Krishna like Yashoda Mata. Of course, Yashoda is little above them, but still, she understood their emotions. Ultimately, they are chastising her out of affection for her son only. Therefore, she could understand. She don't, hey, I am the mother. I am the queen of Raja. Who are you to give me feedback? Just keep quiet. I know how to deal with my child. She did not say that. She understood their motherly emotions. So all the Brahmanas surrounded Yashodamata and Nanda Maharaj. Meanwhile, Nanda Maharaj came there. They're happy to see Krishna healthy. And they thought, oh, Krishna is so pure. Although this demon wanted to harm Krishna, still the demon himself is harmed. That's what happens in this world. Maybe we must have done so many pious activities, so many we must have given so many charities or done so many austerities. That's why today Krishna is saved from this danger. So they kind of gave some rational perspective to the situation and consoled themselves and did some rituals to protect Krishna. This is Trinavarta episode. Like that, there are so many pastimes. I'm concisely narrating a few pastimes. If you have to narrate only Trinavarta episode, shloka by shloka, it may take 3 hours minimum. Only Putana episode, it may take 1 week also. So even Brahma cannot describe even one pastime of Krishna sufficiently, even in his entire lifetime. That's the extent of Krishna's uh, glorious pastimes. We discussed a few. Thank you very much. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. There is no cause. That's why it is called causeless mercy. Right? That's why we glorify Krishna's compassion so much. Krishna's mercy is greater than all our disqualifications and qualifications. Putana, if you have to qualify or rate her, 5-star rating or 10-star rating, if you have to rate her, how much is she eligible for Krishna's mercy? She will not get 1 star also, 2 stars also. She will get -10 or -100 stars. But Krishna gave her 10 stars and okay, go to spiritual world. Go. That is mercy. You want that mercy? Vishnasekhar Thakur writes in the 12th chapter of the 10th canto Bhagavatam, in Vrindavan, Krishna is more merciful. What is the reason for that mercy? Because Krishna was in Vrindavan. That's the reason. Sometimes you are very magnanimous. Say some shops, shopping malls, they used to sell their products at very high prices. But on Sankranti day, buy one, get one free. 50% discount, 30% discount, Sankranti sale, Diwali sale, right? What is the reason? Somehow they wanted to, that festival season, right? They are showing some magnanimity. Of course, that could be a business trick also. But in short, sometimes even a strict person also can become very lenient on special occasions. Daily you have non-spicy khichdi, but that day there is some special pizza feast. Why? Festival. So on special days, special occasions, at special places, when we have some special experiences, we become more lenient, more merciful, more happy. Similarly, when Krishna is in Vrindavan, he is very, very happy, very, very magnanimous, very excited. He can liberate anyone who comes there. Whether it is Aghasur or Bakasur or Vatsasur or Putana, he liberates them. But same Krishna, if he's outside Vrindavan, he may not show as much mercy as he showed on Putana. Right? Thank you. Vrindavan, that's the land of Vrindavan. Even little bit of devotional service done in Vrindavan can attract Krishna's mercy so much. Of course, it is hope-giving verse. Hmm. Correct. Good question. Putana's episode is so hope-giving. After all, I'm not Putana. At least I'm not feeding Krishna poisonous milk. I'm giving pure milk only. I'm chanting his names. Of course, I'm sleeping during japa, but still, I'm chanting his names. Although my offering is not done with sincerity, I'm chanting mantras and ringing bell, thinking of something else. uh, I'm seeing the bhoga and thinking, when will Krishna finish eating so that I can eat? I may do all that, but at least I'm not feeding him poison. Right? So why it has to be so tough? Bhakti has to be so tough. So please understand that Shastra is like a mother. A mother can be very, very lenient to the child, forgiving to the child, affectionate towards the child, and hug the child sometimes. Can even slap the child and punish the child and scold him also sometimes. Why so? There is no contradiction in her behavior. What happened to her? Sometimes she scolds, sometimes she hugs. What is this? What kind of mother is she? It's not inconsistency. It's not contradiction in her behavior. She is just in tune with the mood of the child. When the child is doing mischief, mother is chastising. When the child does something good, then mother is hugging. Right? Similarly, Shastra is like that. Some episodes of Shastra present extreme mercy of Krishna. And some episodes of Shastra, they show extreme strictness of Krishna. Like Bharat Maharaj. He went to Bhava stage. Somehow he became compassionate and a deer. Krishna made him a deer. Take deer body, become an animal. Jantu ban jao. Bhava bhakta. So what? You are attached to an animal, you thought about an animal, become an animal. It seems very strict on Krishna's part to deal with Bharat Maharaj like that. And it seems Krishna is extra lenient, too lenient on Putana. How can he give him position of a mother in the spiritual world? Now that extreme strict pastime has its role to play, to give us a caution note to become more serious in our bhakti. And this extreme mercy pastime, that is meant to give us hope in bhakti, as you said. If some devotee is feeling very discouraged, disappointed, I can't do any service, I don't know how to sing kirtan, I don't know how to give classes, I can't cook properly, I can't dress the deities, I'm good for nothing, I'm not good at any service, I don't have taste for Shravanam Kirtanam also. I'm not very scholarly, I cannot read books, I cannot attend classes, I cannot go for dhams, I'm sick, I'm this, I'm that. They're feeling little low in spirits, inspiration. Narrate to them Putana pastime and encourage them, give them some hope. Don't worry, you're not as bad as Putana. But if some devotee is very overconfident, very proud, I have done the maximum service in this community. I have brought so many funds and made this temple. I preached so many people. I distributed kanti malas to 100 people and made them devotees. You know what all I have done? Then you should tell them, don't narrate Putana pastime to them. You should tell them, Prabhu, Bahujanma kare yadi Shravana Kirtan tabuna paibe Krishna pade premadhan. Even if you do Shravan Kirtan for hundreds and thousands of lifetimes, you will not get Krishna prema. He should get scared. You should explain the rarity of bhakti to him. Because he's overconfident, he's very proud, he's very arrogant, he's very reckless, careless. So, depending on the mood of the bhakta, devotee, sadhaka, you pick up that section of Bhagavatam and narrate to that person. Some pastimes are meant to give us hope, encouragement, confidence by describing Krishna's mercy. Some pastimes are meant to give us a caution note, make us more careful and cautious in bhakti. So somebody is fasting so much, doing so many vratas, chaturmasya, becoming thin, emaciated, etc., not taking care of his body and all. Then you should tell him, Aradhito yadhari tapasa tatah kim, naradhito yadhari tapasa tatah kim. You know this? You will not get Krishna by austerity. Better eat food properly and chant. You can tell. And someone is eating too much. Krishna prasadam, it is Krishna's mercy, right? It's all Krishna's mercy. I can eat as much as I want. And he quotes so many shlokas saying that you should never reject Mahaprasadam. Even if you have not brushed your teeth, you can eat prasadam. Saurabham Bhattacharya ate when Mahaprabhu got it, and he is eating so much, overeating. Then you should quote that by eating too much, even if it is Krishna prasadam, that will agitate your senses. You will develop material desires. You will become like this, like that. You can tell other things. How overeating is not correct. So when we uh, are overwhelmed by some unfavorable moods in our practice of bhakti, to address those moods, Bhagavatam pastimes will manifest different shades. So you pick up that pastime. Just like to solve a mathematics problem, you cannot pick up any formula. This formula is only required for this. You take hot water when it is little cold outside, but not in Govardhan Eco Village on May 1st at 1 p.m. Right? You need chilled water there. So depending on the climate, we change. Like when it is very hot outside, you cannot put 2-3 jackets on your head and cover yourself with muffler and then wear some thick woolen socks. You cannot do that. And similarly, when it is very cold outside, 0 degree, Australia, Melbourne, then you can just move around in shorts, right? So depending on the climate, you wear that kind of dressing, right? Similarly, depending on the sadhaka's mood, we need to pick up those episodes from the Shastra. Shastra has all varieties, extremely liberal pastimes and highly strict pastimes also. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hare Krishna. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.
His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu ki.